Welcome back. Today we'll continue our work on values and discuss how your values can be used to inform everyday choices. You'll learn how to recognize what choices move you towards or away from the things you really want, the things you really value. So now, get in your second most comfortable position, and with eyes closed, imagine the sort of person you want to be in your family and in your social relationships. What personal qualities do you want to bring to those relationships? Remember, we are getting in touch with our wants, our desires, not our shoulds. What kind of relationships do you want to build? What about your health? How is that journey going for you? How would you like to take care of your body? Values act as internal motivators. They remind you of what you really want. When we get a clear picture of what living in line with our values looks like, choices in life can become clearer. For example, if you are clear that you want to take good care of your body, and if that value is in the forefront of your mind, then when you're tempted with an unhealthy or excessive food option, one simple question arises. Does this choice move me towards or away from what I value? If building social relationships are important to you, and an opportunity to socialize arises, being in touch with that value can sometimes give you the extra bit of encouragement you need to socialize despite the anxiety or pain that might go with it. Values can also be used to quieten down negative self-talk. For example, if compassion is a quality that you value in relationships, then compassion is something you may wish to practice on yourself if you notice you are being hard on yourself. There is no need to put pressure on yourself when you think about values. The word should is not welcome. Values simply remind you of what is important. And what is important to us is very easy to forget, particularly when persistent pain takes over. Values help you make choices that move you in directions you want to go. Some people think of values as a compass or a navigator, guiding you in directions you want to go. We're now going to do a visualization exercise that involves thinking about choices that might move you towards or away from your values. In each area, you will get an opportunity to ask yourself, what action moves me towards that value, and what action moves me away from that value? Anytime the word should pops up in your mind, just replace it with the word could. Now gently close your eyes. Let's start with health. Earlier, I asked you, how would you like to care for your body? Take a minute or so to think about what caring for your body looks like to you. Think of a scenario where you moved towards your health value, where you moved towards giving your body the type of care you value. Now take another minute to think of a scenario where you had a choice, but you moved further away from caring for your body, where you undermined your health. When you think about that choice, are you able to practice compassion toward yourself? Let's look at friendships. What aspects of yourself do you want to bring to your friendships? What do you want to share? Think about a choice you could make to move towards having the friendships or relationships that you value. Now think about a time when you made a choice that undermined a relationship or friendship you valued. See if you can picture that choice you made and practice compassion toward yourself. Using that same scenario, take a minute to visualize yourself acting in a manner that moves you towards that value, towards what you really wanted. Finally, let's think about work or your study. What sort of worker or student would you like to be? What aspects of yourself would you like to bring to your relationships with co-workers or colleagues? Now take a minute to think about a time when you had a choice, but decided to ignore that value. See if you can avoid the word should when you do that. Using the same scenario, take a minute to visualize yourself acting in a manner that moves you toward that value. Between now and the next session tomorrow, think about some of these areas we covered: friendships, family, work, education, and also think about other areas of your life, like leisure, recreation, community. Think about the times you have made choices that moved you towards or away from the things you really value in those areas. If you find areas where you tend to move away from your values, see that as an opportunity to practice self-compassion. Tomorrow, we'll look at obstacles and see what obstacles you might have in your life that stop you from making the valued choices you want. The one who looks outside dreams. The one who looks inside awakens. Carl Gustav Jung.